All right, now we're ready to start part 3 to determine the density of a solid using graphing. So we'll want to choose a set of cylinders. There's a lot of different ones and they all have different densities. So we're just gonna choose one. Let's choose the purple one because I like purple. All right. So for each cylinder, measure the mass using a balance. So we'll go over to the equipment room. And then inside there's 4 different, one second. So inside of this there's 4 different pieces. They're varying heights. So they'd be different weights. I'll just start with the smallest and work to the largest. So that's what they all look like. And so I'll do the mass of this one, then this one, then this one, then this one. So you'll want to make sure it's tiered. It says 0. So that's the mass of the first one. So record your data. Here's the mass of the second one. Record your data. Here's the mass of the third one. Record your data. Here's the mass of the fourth one. Record your data. All right, so now we will take these back to our lab bench. And so now it says, use a ruler to measure the length of each cylinder and the diameter. Make sure these measurements are in centimeters. So I'll grab a ruler. So we'll want to use the top part of the ruler, or this side, to measure centimeters. And we'll measure the length of each cylinder. Alright, so record your data. This is the second to smallest one. Alright, record the length. This is the third one. So record the length. Sorry, I'm shaky for some reason. And this is the longest one. So make sure. All right, so record the length. So we just measured the length of each cylinder, and now we need to measure the diameter in centimeters. I believe these will all be the same diameter. Record the diameter. And wait for it to focus. Record the diameter. Alright, so now you'll enter your data into an Excel worksheet and then have Excel calculate the volume of the cylinders using the formula below. So volume equals 3.14 diameter squared divided by 2 times the height. Alright, so now you'll want to open up Excel or whatever worksheet software that you're using, and we're going to input the data that we collected. So under cylinder, you'd want to do 1, 2, 3, 4. And I started with the smallest to the largest. And then you'll want to input your masses that we observed, and then you'll put in the diameter and height measurements. So let's just say it was 1.3 for all of them. And then for the height, let's say it was 2.5, 3.8, 5.1, and 7.6. And these are not actual data points. I'm just making this up so that we can see a result when we input the volume equation. Volume equals 3.14 times the diameter divided by 2, and then you close parentheses, and then that is squared. So you do the upper caret 2, and then times the height. And then you can copy this equation by dragging it down, like so. And you'll see that it references the ones that are directly beside it. And then next you'll want to graph the mass versus volume for the cylinders. So you'll make a data table with all the masses that we recorded, and then you'll make a data table of all the calculated volumes, and then you will make a graph of with the mass on the vertical axis and the volume on the horizontal axis, and you'll follow the elements of a good graph that we discussed in the introduction, and then you will make sure to label your axes and have a trend line, and then make sure that it shows the equation for your trend line, and then you'll copy and paste that into your report, or do whatever your instructor asks you to do to report your data. And then you'll want to ask the instructor for the accepted values for the density. And let me look that up for the purple set. Alright, so for the purple set, the density is 1.37 grams per cubic centimeter. And so you'll need that for your lab report. And I think that's it. When you're done, you'd want to rinse all of your glassware and put everything away. Put everything back to the instructor bench that you took, and put everything back in your student drawer that you used, and then wipe down your lab bench for the next class. I hope you enjoyed this. Thanks. Bye.